Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Andrian Dico Pratama. My name is 2112-50000380. I am from System Information class, and today I I am have to present my presentation about a journal has been I reviewed several days ago. The journal title is Electronics Books Impact Global Environment, an empirical study focused on user perspective. Then let's go to the journal. This is a table of contents in this presentation. 1 is introduction, 2 is objective, 3 is problem, 4 is research method, 5 is discussion, and 6 is conclusion. Let's go to the point 1. This is introduction. To introduction to the journal, we discuss the ebooks and audiobooks have been growing in popularity for years. This study, an empirical setting, examines the user preference in order to provide some managerial insight on the publishing market. What consumers, what consumers prefer and how they make their book purchasing decision. Despite calls from traditional print book lovers that they are an abomination, Americans are spreading their book consumption across several formats, and the use of audiobooks is on the rise. According to the Pew Research Center survey conducted January 8, February 7, 2019, print books remain the most popular format for reading, with 65% of adults saying they had read a print book in the year before the survey. And point 2, objective. Something to be achieved from this journal. The objective is to provide some managerial insight on the publishing market. The focus is mainly on the issue of a digital publishing and printed publishing in addition. The study attempts to investigate if there were any different results from the customer viewpoint between ebooks and printed books, centering on product offerings and their qualities, price, including promotion, deliveries, and usability. This study aims to explore the impact of the emerging ebooks on the publishing industry, on book readers and their reading behavior, on our society, and on general global environment, and what consumers prefer and how they make their book purchasing decision. To point 3 is the problem of this journal. In the recent years, the traditional printed publishing is facing an emerging challenge from a digital publishing. That's its fast-growing trend of a book adoption. Quite resembling the competition between film camera and digital camera, even though the digital publishing represents only a small fraction of the total publishing industry sales at the moment. However, some of the printed publishing newspapers have experienced a sharp decline recently. The study is designed to compare consumer use of digital and printed books. A side is to promote a global awareness, therefore, helps protect our environment. Motivated by the fast-growing trend of e-book adoption, this study is designed to compare consumer use digital and printed books. The variables incorporated in this study include, along with others, those related to the consumer's book purchase decision, with a few core decision variables with regards to price and promotion quality. Let's go to point 4, that is method in this journal. Method include how to get the data, how to process the data, and how the process result. Let's go to the method of the research. Number one is studies the consumers. With the focal question in mind, this research studies the consumer views about ebooks as compared to the traditional printed books. The books include all books, magazines, newspaper, and other related publications. A survey is designed to investigate the consumer preference on product and their quality, price, promotion, as well as deliveries. And number two, stemmed from a literature review. The following variable affect consumer preference in how and where they make their purchasing decision. These are 9 variables. Number one is easy to obtain, low cost possession of reading material. Next is easier to read. Next is attractive price for possessing contents. Next is easy to carry around. Next is easy to share with others. Next is free delivery or delivery incentives. Next is compatibility in the formats. And the last is concerned with copyright. And how to collect the data. These variables were served as a course in a survey questionnaire designed to collect the consumer opinions. Pilot both in digital books and printed books, the questionnaire also include the background information of the respondent. Due to the exploratory nature of this empirical study, the questionnaires were distributed to college students and some professors in large university campus in the Northeast for a confined sampling. And what method of analysis used in this journal? Since the data collected are ordinal scaling, the Kruskal-Wallis non-parametric statistic test method was used to test the hypothesis. The Kruskal-Wallis test is based upon a test statistic calculated from ranks established by pulling the observation from k independent simple random sample, where is k is at least equal to 2. That's a method of analysis in this journal. The experimental situation is one where k random samples have been obtained on from each of k possibly different population to test the null hypothesis that all populations are identical against the alternative that some population tend to furnish greater observed values than other population. Point 5. Discussion and finding. This is a discussion and finding of the material in the journal. Finding number 1. There have a 700 respondents were surveyed at the college campus in the northeastern US, with 275 complete response for analysis, representing about 39% of the total survey. Number 2, Kruskal-Wallis result reject 8 of the null hypothesis. Therefore, the study concludes that there are statistically significant differences from the consumers' viewpoints between ebooks and printed books, when the significance level are less than 5% in 8 out of the total 9 variables. The variable is I'm talking a minute ago. No statistically significant difference in found only one variable, free delivery or delivery incentive. The test result also indicate that 7 out 8 variables with significant difference on the respondent preference. Ebook are favored over printed books. Number 3, respondents prefer printed book over ebook. From the 9 variable, the conclusion respondent prefer printed book over the ebook. And this finding might suggest to the publishing industry, book author and readers, student and professor alike, they need to continuously focus on promoting and improving books in this area. And conclusion number 4, the discussion number 4, ebook might never completely outweigh some key advantage of printed books. Additionally, the test result confirmed that is one area easy to read. The sample respondent prefer printed books over ebooks. This illustrates that even with numerous convenience features, ebooks might never completely outweigh some key advantages of printed books. Consequently, ebooks might never replace printed books. However, it is undeniably clear that publishers will need to continue to improve readability of ebooks in the future, as this important trend will not likely to disappear in the future. That is a finding and discussion in this journal. And next is point 6, the conclusion of in the journal. The conclusion I take is the ebooks might never outweigh of printed books. The academic research that focus on ebook is still limited, and it's not an issue of which formats are favored by the user, but an important environmental impact, and it might take years for more users to adopt digital books. And the digital newspaper magazine have already replaced the printed opponents. As a preliminary and exploratory research, this journal offers some initial glimpse of the fundamental aspect of the difference between the ebooks and the printed books. While the consumer's reading behavior can only evolve slowly in the years to come, since this study focused on surveying only college students, staff, and the professor, caution must be exercised in trying to generalize the outcomes of the research. Larger general population might have more significant variation in computer skills and use than college student professor have, which might skew the result of a similar survey. That is the conclusion in this journal. And the presentation is end. Thank you. If do you have the question, you can call me in this number. I'm sorry if I have a lot miscommunication, and happy watching. Thank you, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you in next presentation.